You see them as global idols, but what if their music is just the tip of the iceberg? Beyond the Grammys and sold-out stadiums lies a web of massive real estate empires, secret investments, and generational wealth. Are they just stars, or the new faces of Korea's financial elite? Number 7. The gastronomic dynasty, Jimin. Before he was worldwide handsome, Kim Suk-jin was already born into a level of comfort that most only dream of, coming from a family of prominent entrepreneurs where his father is widely reported to be a CEO of a company that supplies components to Samsung. This silver spoon background isn't just a rumor, it's the foundation of a sophisticated investment strategy that Jimin has executed with surgical precision throughout his career. While other idols were focused solely on the stage, Jimin was already looking at the long game, diversifying his wealth into the high-stakes world of Seoul's elite real estate and luxury F&B sectors. In 2018, he didn't just spend his earnings on vanity, he partnered with his brother, Kim Suk-young, to open Asu Shiromushi, a high-end Japanese-style restaurant located in the prestigious Songpa-gu district near Lotte World. This wasn't a mere celebrity endorsement. Jimin is the co-owner of a business that specializes in shiromushi, a traditional steaming technique using cypress wood boxes, catering to a refined clientele and solidifying his status as a legitimate businessman in the culinary world. But his financial appetite didn't stop at dining. Jin's real estate portfolio is legendary in the industry for its all-cash boldness, specifically within Hannam the Hill, South Korea's most expensive apartment complex and home to the nation's top 0.1% of billionaires. Between 2019 and 2024, Jin made headlines by purchasing multiple luxury units in this complex, one for 4.49 billion won, another for 4.27 billion won, and his most recent acquisition in June 2025, a massive unit bought for a staggering 17.5 billion won, or approximately $12.7 million. Every single one of these transactions was completed in full cash without a single bank loan, a move that signals astronomical liquidity and a complete lack of financial debt. Even more impressive is his foray into the traditional liquor industry. In December 2024, it was confirmed that Jin partnered with Korea's god of food, Baek Jong-won, to launch Ijin, a luxury liquor brand specializing in high-end distilled gin made from premium Korean rice and apples. With a net worth now estimated at over $22 million, excluding his millions of dollars in HYBE stock, Jin isn't just an idol, he is a conglomerate unto himself, blending high society lineage with modern-day mogul moves. This level of financial security allows him a freedom few in the industry possess, yet it's only the beginning of how deep the BTS fortune actually goes. Number 6. The underground mogul, Suga. Min Yoongi's narrative is often framed as a rags-to-riches struggle from the streets of Daegu, but while his personal journey involved grit, his financial evolution has transformed him into one of the most calculated asset builders in the music industry. Suga doesn't just collect paychecks, he collects intellectual property and high-value real estate with a focus on long-term sustainability. His primary residence and most significant asset is a luxury villa in UN Village, Hannam, one of the most exclusive and bold money neighborhoods in Seoul, which he purchased in 2018 for 3.4 billion won. Unlike the flashy high-rises of Gangnam, UN Village is where South Korea's corporate chairmen and diplomats reside, offering the high-level privacy that a wealth builder of his caliber demands. Since that purchase, the property value in this gated community has skyrocketed, with similar units now appraised at double their original price, marking a massive unrealized capital gain. Beyond the physical, Suga's hidden wealth lies in his massive production catalog. As a full member of the Korea Music Copyright Association, KOMCA, he has over 160 registered songs under his name, ensuring a passive income stream that functions like a private royalty fund. This digital real estate generates millions of dollars annually, unaffected by market crashes or touring schedules. In late 2024, reports surfaced regarding his family's involvement in the administrative and business side of his solo ventures, including his August D brand, which expanded into high-end merchandise and limited edition collaborations that sold out globally within minutes. His financial portfolio is further bolstered by his significant stake in HYB, where his initial 68,385 shares have grown in value alongside the company's expansion into a global multi-label giant. While he maintains a minimalist public persona, Suga's financial strategy is anything but simple. He has built a fortress of liquid assets and copyrights that ensure his family's wealth will persist for generations. He isn't just playing the game of fame, he's owning the board, and the next member on our list takes this concept of ownership to an even more literal, global scale. Number 5, the strategic real estate architect, J-Hope. While Jungkook is celebrated as the hope of the group, his financial maneuvers are defined by a cold, calculating brilliance that has turned him into one of the most successful property investors in the K-pop industry. J-Hope doesn't just buy homes, he buys into the future of urban evolution, focusing his multi-billion won capital on Seoul's most strategic growth hubs, specifically Seongsu-dong and Yongsan. His real estate journey began with a masterstroke in 2016 when he purchased a unit in Seoul Forest Trimage for 1.3 billion won. By March 2025, he sold that same unit for 4 billion won, walking away with a staggering 2.7 billion won profit in a single transaction. This wasn't luck, it was a testament to his ability to identify blue-chip properties before they hit their peak. Today, his portfolio is anchored by the ultra-exclusive Hangang complex in Seobingo-dong, where he executed a rare, vertical sweep by purchasing a massive 273.86 square meter duplex penthouse for 12 billion won and then, just weeks later, buying the unit directly below it for another 10 billion won. This total investment of 22 billion won was completed entirely in cash, bypassing traditional banking systems and signaling a level of liquid wealth that rivals major corporate directors. Hangang, designed by world-renowned architect Yoo Hyun-jun, offers J-Hope more than just a view. It provides a suite of high-tier services including private limousines, professional house cleaning, and concierge support, essentially turning his private residence into a 5-star hospitality experience. Beyond the concrete, his financial engine is powered by high-level luxury partnerships that have evolved from simple endorsements to global creative roles. In 2025 and 2026, J-Hope solidified his position as a fashion powerhouse, transitioning from a collective BTS ambassador to a solo house ambassador for Louis Vuitton, while simultaneously expanding into the elite world of Swiss horology with Audemars Piguet during their 150th anniversary celebrations. Rumors of a massive 2026 global partnership with Nike, centered around his Hope on the Street brand, further suggest that his intellectual property is becoming a commercial juggernaut in its own right. With a total real estate value now estimated at over 30 billion won and a net worth soaring past $30 million, J-Hope has moved far beyond the role of a performer. He is a shrewd curator of assets who knows exactly when to hold and when to strike. His wealth is a fortress built on precision, but as we move up the list, the next member proves that family legacy and art can create a different kind of untouchable fortune. Number 4, the curator of cultural capital, RM. Kim Nam-joon has transcended the typical celebrity wealth model, shifting his fortune into the world of blue-chip, fine art and ultra-rare heritage assets. While most investors look at stocks, RM has built a private collection that experts estimate is worth tens of millions of dollars, featuring masterpieces by Yoon Hyun-kun, Kwon Young-woo, and international icons like Philip Guston. This isn't just a hobby, it's a sophisticated financial pivot into an asset class that consistently outpaces the S&P 500 in long-term value retention. His influence is so massive that his 100 million won donation to the Overseas Korean Cultural Heritage Foundation in 2022 led to the successful restoration of a rare Joseon dynasty warat, a cultural asset now considered priceless. In the realm of real estate, RM mirrors his group mates' all-cash dominance, having purchased a 6.3 billion won unit in the fortress like Hannam the Hill and later moving into the even more exclusive 9-1 Hannam for 5.8 billion won, again, without a single cent of debt. As of 2026, RM has solidified his role as a global art patron, with major institutions like the LACMA and the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art, MMCA, citing his loans of personal pieces for public exhibitions. This strategy places his wealth in a protected sphere of cultural significance that is immune to the volatility of the pop music market. Furthermore, his 170-plus Konka-registered songwriting credits provide a perpetual royalty stream that fuels his high entry barrier investments. By blending 21st-century streaming revenue with 20th-century fine art acquisitions, RM has created a recession-proof empire that positions him more as a modern-day Medici than a typical pop star. His fortune is a bridge between the digital and the eternal, proving that the smartest way to hide wealth is to hang it on a wall where no one knows its true price. But while RM invests in history, the next member is dominating the futuristic world of global luxury commerce. Number 3. The silent multi-sector investor, Jimin. Park Ji-min has mastered the art of the quiet flex, building a massive financial empire through high-stakes real estate and global luxury dominance while maintaining a low profile. In 2021, he joined the ultra-elite 0.1% by purchasing a luxury unit at 9-1 Hannam for 5.9 billion won, a transaction completed entirely in cash, bypassing the need for a mortgage and signaling immense liquidity. This wasn't a standalone purchase. He also owns a unit in the older, high-potential Banpo Jugong 1 Danji complex, which is currently undergoing a multi-billion-dollar reconstruction project expected to more than triple its valuation by 2027. This move reveals Jimin as a shrewd long-term investor who understands urban redevelopment cycles. Beyond the concrete, Jimin's hidden wealth is supercharged by his status as a global face for the world's most powerful conglomerates. In 2023, he broke records as a global ambassador for both Dior and Tiffany & Company, and by 2026, industry reports suggest these contracts have evolved into multi-year, 8-figure partnerships that include performance-based bonuses tied to global sales growth, a rare deal structure in the idol world. His influence is so potent that Dior's stock reached an all-time high following his appointment, a phenomenon dubbed the Jimin effect. Furthermore, his family back in Busan manages a significant business presence. His father, Park Hyun-soo, has been involved in philanthropic efforts through the Maknae Cafe and various community scholarships, reflecting a family culture of high-level asset management. With his HYBE stock options and a solo discography that consistently tops Billboard charts, Jimin's net worth is estimated to exceed $35 million, with much of it tucked away in diversified portfolios and high-yield offshore accounts. He isn't just a singer, he is a global brand with a financial foundation that is practically unshakable. While Jimin's wealth is built on prestige and smart timing, the next member on our list is currently redefining what it means to be a modern-day Renaissance mogul. Number 2. The high society global face, V. Kim Tae-young has transformed his public persona from a soulful vocalist into a financial powerhouse whose market influence is so surgical it can shift the stock prices of billion-dollar luxury houses in a single afternoon. While Tae-young often speaks fondly of his humble beginnings in a farming family from Daegu, his 2026 financial reality is one of pure, unadulterated high society dominance. His most significant asset is a masterstroke in real estate acquisition. In September 2025, Tae-young finalized the purchase of a luxury penthouse in PH 129, the penthouse Cheongdam, for a staggering 14.2 billion won, which is approximately $10.3 million. This isn't just any apartment. PH 129 consistently ranks as the most expensive housing in South Korea, and Tae-young bought his unit, featuring 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and 6.6-meter high ceilings with panoramic Han River views, entirely in cash. By making this payment without a single bank loan or mortgage, Tae-young has effectively signaled that his personal liquidity is on par with the nation's top corporate chairman. Beyond his physical walls, his wealth is fueled by what industry analysts call the V effect. As a global ambassador for Celine and Cartier, his impact is quantifiable. In late 2025, just 2 of his Instagram posts generated $13.08 million in earned media value, EMV, for Celine, single-handedly propelling the brand into the global top 10 rankings. His partnership with Cartier has been equally explosive, with high-end jewelry pieces costing over $26,000 selling out globally within minutes of his endorsement. As of 2026, his individual net worth is estimated to be between $40 million and $52 million, a figure bolstered by his solo debut success and his significant equity in HYBE. Taeyong isn't just rich, he has built a lifestyle of untouchable wealth that combines the privacy of Korea's most elite residential enclaves with the commercial power of a one-man multinational corporation. He has moved from the countryside to the absolute peak of the global financial pyramid, yet the final member on our list holds a fortune so massive it is rewriting the rules of the entire entertainment industry. Number 1. The Golden Industrialist, Jungkook. Jungkook has spent a decade evolving from the group's golden Maknae into a titan of global commerce whose wealth is now anchored in massive, independent architectural projects and unprecedented commercial dominance. While his bandmates have secured luxury apartments, Jungkook has taken a more permanent and aggressive approach to wealth by entering the world of high-value land development. In early 2021, he purchased a multi-generational detached house in the affluent neighborhood of Itaewon-dong, home to billionaire chairmen and foreign diplomats, for 7.63 billion won. Rather than simply moving in, Jungkook executed a high-stakes play by demolishing the original structure to build a massive, 5-story private residential fortress. Completed in early 2025, this 1,161 square meter architectural marvel includes 2 basement levels and 3 ground floors, with an estimated market value in 2026 exceeding 20 billion won, $14.5 million. This shift from consumer to developer signals a maturity in asset management that is rare for his age. His liquid wealth is fueled by a solo career that has rewritten history. His debut album Golden didn't just break records, it created a perpetual revenue machine, with streaming royalties and digital sales estimated to generate over $10 million in annual passive income. In 2026, his commercial power reached its zenith with the renewal of his Calvin Klein global partnership, a deal that is reported to be one of the most lucrative in the history of the PVH Corp, driving billions in retail sales and granting him a unique, Performance Plus, equity stake. As of March 2026, his individual stock holdings in HYBE are valued at approximately 24.9 billion won, contributing to a total net worth conservatively estimated at over $55 million. Jungkook's fortune isn't just about cash in the bank, it's about his ownership of land, his control over his intellectual property, and his ability to move markets with a single appearance. He has built an empire that is built to last centuries, not just seasons, proving that the quietest member was all along building the loudest legacy of all. BTS started as a dream, but today, they are a sovereign economic force that the world is only beginning to truly understand.